Okay, so Katie's gonna be standing up. Okay, think about, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna hug her leg. I could do it off of, I've trained a lot with Katie. She likes to do that knee slice pass. So we're in here and she's going in for the knee slice and I'm gonna hug the leg. Okay, look at when I hug the leg, I did what I'll call like I cut this angle. You see, I didn't stay in front of her like this, where she can put that knee on my chest and squish me. Okay, so go back. So when I come in, I'll think about like going here, she's slicing, and look, I'll turn off to the side. We'll call like butt scoot, right? My hand's the post behind me. If my hand is here, she's gonna push me over easy, so I'm gonna just like manage there. Okay, now she's gonna be like driving into me. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna like just fall over and accept it. The only thing, so this is, I'll say I usually have one move at a time. This is my current one move. I did girls and geese at Sonia's possibly a year and 2 years ago. I still use the exact same move with slight variations. Okay, why do I love this move? I'm small, I'm getting older by the day. Okay, I have my own gym, I get squished. I find for me, this is the best place that you can be, where the person thinks they're squishing you, but they're not really squishing you, and they just get really frustrated because they don't know why they're not really squishing you when they feel like they should be squishing you. Okay, so, right, I can kind of run this when it's also very slow moving. Okay, there can be moments of fastness, but this one, if you need a rest or the person's much bigger, like sometimes, well, Katie is much faster than me and probably much stronger than me. I'll like look at the clock and I will hold on for 4 minutes. Right? This is pretty much my go-to. If you get out of it, I can get right back to it from every position. I'm gonna hold on and then I'm gonna run the move that I like. Okay? I like this again. I can rest, I can slow things down, and I can allow it to speed up as needed. Okay? The first thing I always worry about is this knee not impacting my chest. So anytime she starts to turn it, look, I'm gonna scoot and just put a little weight behind my shoulder. Okay? The next thing that people always want to do, they have like this good base, right? She has called the kickstand. Her butt's low, and she's like tight with me. She's trying to maybe put hands on. She wants to always, just like we were talking about the underhook battle within Katie's move, right? If I can just like kind of go here, I can always bump out, right? So what Katie always trying to do is protect that space a little bit, right? There's like, she kind of wants to sit back, right? She kind of wants to go forward, but she's got to manage that space. People, what they'll try and do is they'll try and think about getting the underhook, but the conundrum there is that they're sitting on you and squishing you. So they'll like try and jam their hand in there, and then they can't figure out why, but it's just because they're sitting on you, right? And if at any moment they get up to get the underhook in, you just get out. Okay, so you don't feel threatened here. You just manage your patience, and they're gonna start like trying to squish you, trying to do that. You allow them to kind of go through the process. Okay, then the next thing that people kind of do for me is they're trying to like grab this arm, right? They're just trying to like kind of like she talked about, cut and control it, and they're grabbing it, right? And I kind of play with the arm, and I'll always like kind of be bumping her forward. You see I made that little bump in her butt, and I gain this sleeve. Okay, then I allow her to sit back because that was a lot of work. Okay, and I manage this sleeve. Okay, so now basically if I have this, I feel fairly confident I'm gonna win the position. Okay, I have the sleeve, I'm hugging her leg still, she's doing stuff to squish me. Now the next thing I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and make her bring this knee down. Okay, how will I do that? Is I'm gonna use, look at, this foot's on the floor like this, and this foot's like bumping in her butt, right? And there's like a sweet spot where it'll like really impact her. What do I wanna try and do is throw her a little forward. The whole time I'm doing that, I also have to remember to hug this leg and not let it come out. Okay, so I'm going to be doing something like this, and I'm looking for this knee down, right? You see, you just pull and grab until I can get that knee down, and I have this sleeve. Okay, and now I think I can win in that corner. Okay, look, if I can just come up. If not, look, I can kind of like rock and start to push up, and then I'll call collect the legs. You see my hand went from here, and I just start pulling the legs together, and I start coming up. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, I've got my sleeve. Okay, next thing I'll start to think about is passing. I'm gonna just do one basic pass, and then we'll start to do like, what if this, here's how it actually happens, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this would be like best case scenario for me. I like what I would think of called the weave pass. I believe it's the most elegant grip in jiu-jitsu. You put your hand here. Okay, and then I manage the legs here. I'm at the same time gonna be laying on her leg, holding, right? This hand's gonna defend the guard recovery as I circle. If she tries to bring this bottom knee in, right, I just start to put my hand on the floor and run past it. Then at that point, another option that Katie will have is to start to turn up to this knee. And then look, my hand's right here, and I'm just gonna throw her back. And now the other knee comes through, and I'm just gonna manage and just keep doing that without really moving my hand very much until I can flatten and obtain the side control. Okay, again. Guys, whatever's happening here, I'm just sitting in and hugging and doing that off angle. You see, like, everything is really like just an angle game. Her hips are facing this way, my hips and chest are facing this way, I'm good to go. Guys, I can talk about if I could just grab her sleeve right here and grab the leg, I'll do it. Okay, I'll call that, I think I've called chutes and ladders, if you can skip steps. Okay, if not, it's totally fine. I'm gonna go here, right? Anytime that hand presents itself, I'll grab it. If she's taking the hand away, sitting up, I'm gonna just be bumping and looking for the hand. Okay, that's the first thing. I just get here. Remember, look, I'm like holding the leg here and I'm managing it here. Okay, I'm just holding on for dear life. Okay, next, once I have the sleeve, I'm gonna look to grab here if it's not easy to get. Sometimes it's out there, sometimes it's hard, right? Whatever. I'm gonna bump her until I can go. You see how I really use this foot? Right, I bump, and I'm like even scooting myself in. Okay, once I have here, I'm gonna start to pull, and I'll call collect the legs. Okay, just remember, these wanna like open and deploy like a folding chair. Okay, I wanna keep them folded up in the back. Okay, keep them together. Then the little flipper hand to manage the guard recovery and the come up, right? Look, if I'm like this, no weight on Katie, she's gonna re-guard. Okay, so remember, I'm gonna go back. When I come up, collect the legs, little flipper hand. I'm gonna go heavy pressure and like kind of this position, driving down. Okay, I'll do like a test. If I'm too high, she can start to clamshell and open her legs. I would collect them and just get to where, hey Katie, can you move your legs a lot now? It's hard. You see how I have my head in? A nice tight package. Then circle. Just like Katie was doing, I could clear the arm here, move it up. What am I trying to do? Expose her belly. Okay, she's trying to make that elbow knee connection in there. And clearing and exposing. Okay, and then management, whatever you want to do, right? Katie is going here. Okay, let's start there. Ready? Go.